Hi, let us take you through this beautiful property, Sajjan Bagh. I am architect Gaurav and let me show you the property around. Thank you. Client had a big land, and from this bigger piece of land, we decided that we'll do this property in a smaller chunk. Now, this chunk that we selected is still a bigger area where the property is going to be open from all the four sides, and this property was supposedly for the leisure activity where people can book for an evening or for the night and stay, and you can have a leisure time and then move out from the property. And this is about let's say about in vicinity of about 18 to 22 kilometers from Jaipur. Now, when we did a site visit to the property, we realized that it has a very nice uh, natural context around, and we decided that we are going to work or use very traditional materials. Therefore, the materials that are being used in the property are of stone, um, very traditional bricks, and this style that has been given to the property is a traditional style where I would say it's a blend of Rajputana architecture and to some extent the contemporary architecture. We almost had a rectangular piece of land which is somewhat like this, and if I have to really take the or show the entry is somewhere from here. There's another entry which is right from the center, which we have considered, so that's the entry. The main building is more or less in the center, and if you see this broadly, we divided this into three parts. So the upper, this is part 1. If you look at the building part, this is part 2, and this makes it part 3. There's a straight entrance to the property, and we have a veranda which is here. This is the front veranda, and we also have a veranda which is on the back side, which is here. This complete thing is a structure which is G+1, and it also access to the staircase so that you get beautiful view in the evening. There's a beautiful landscape all around. This is a lush green area, and we're trying to give dense tree foliage on the peripheral side. This is the back side, this is the front side. All this will be covered with the landscape. There's also interesting fact that we have considered the central axis, which is this, as our main feature. So when I enter into the property, I come to the living and the dining area, which is in the central part, which is this, and on the back side I have a pool which is somewhat like this, and the central axis follows the stream, which is absolutely straight from the veranda to the living, to the back veranda, to the pool. So when I'm sitting somewhere here in the property, on one side I see the green area. So this complete front part is all green, like this is all green. And when I sit here in the center, I see all this as the green, and when I look at it on the back side of it, I see all this as blue with the swimming pool in the center. So that's the basic concept on what the planning was done. I'll briefly also explain the elevation part of it. So when you look at the front elevation, you have a veranda like that, and then on the front you have arches like that, and follow on by the smaller arches. And this part that you see is more or less the semi-covered area where you can have your tea, coffee, and enjoy your evenings and mornings. Similarly, if you look at the back side, I've got these are the washrooms, central part is again the veranda, and this is the washroom for the other toilet. And here again I have this as a symmetrical axis, and then I've got another arch here, another arch here, another arch here, another arch here, making it overall like 5 arches. But the main thing is this axis, which is absolutely symmetrical throughout. So if I have to name it AA, I would also name this here as AA. So that's the basic concept of the whole plan and of the elevation. Thank you so much.